Find stillness within life's constant flow as conditions shift around you. Your calm mind remains unshaken, a steady presence beneath every change. Today, discover simple ways to anchor your peace right where you are, no matter the circumstances. We'd be honored if you share in the comments your current time, your location, and one reflection you're holding gently now. Now, let's turn our attention to the impermanence of all conditions. Dear friend, as you sit here in this quiet moment, notice the air around you. It is neither heavy nor light, neither warm nor cool in a fixed way. Conditions are simply conditions, like the weather, shifting, flowing, never holding still. They are neutral forces, not judgments of good or bad, but the very fabric of this moment. We often cling to the idea that things should stay as they are, that our comfort must be permanent. Yet this very clinging creates the fear when change arrives. The weather changes, the light shifts, the breath moves in and out. Conditions do not stay fixed. They are like a river flowing, always moving, always changing, always just being what they are in this instant. When we truly see this, the fear dissolves. We no longer fight the river, we simply flow with it. This is the deep calm that comes from understanding impermanence. It is not about accepting loss, but about seeing that change is the only constant, the natural rhythm of life itself. In the Zen tradition, there is a simple story of a monk walking beside a river. He observes the water flowing past stones, leaves, and ripples. He does not say the river is beautiful or ugly, fast or slow. He simply sees it as it is, constantly moving, constantly changing. The river does not resist its nature, it simply is. We too can rest in this understanding. We don't have to control the weather of our lives. We simply need to see it clearly, without resistance. Now, take a gentle pause. Notice one condition changing right now. Perhaps it is the light shifting through the window as the sun moves, or the sound of a bird outside changing from one note to another, or the subtle shift in your own breath, how it moves in and out. Never the same twice. Feel how the air touches your skin differently as your body shifts slightly. These are not problems to solve. They are the natural, impermanent dance of existence. When you notice this small change, you are not fighting it. You are simply being present with what is. This awareness is the key. It dissolves the illusion that life must be stable, that we must be in control. Instead, it reveals a deeper peace, that life is already flowing perfectly as it is. This peace is not something we create. It is already here, beneath our thoughts, beneath our fears. It is the unshakable calm we've been holding all along, now revealed through the simple act of seeing conditions as they truly are. From this noticing, this gentle awareness of impermanence, we begin to see how conditions unfold, not as obstacles, but as the very path of life itself. Imagine standing by a river, feeling its gentle current against your skin. The water flows around rocks, reshaping their edges over time, yet the rock's essence remains unchanged. This is how conditions in life truly are. They flow through us, shaping our path with their presence, but they never hold the key to our inner peace. Conditions are neutral forces, neither good nor bad, simply the ever-changing context of our existence. A sudden storm may alter the landscape, but the mountain stands steady, its nature unshaken. Similarly, life's circumstances may shift, yet our calm mind remains grounded within the flow. We often mistake the river for the stone, believing the external current defines who we are, but the stone's core, its solidity, its quiet presence, endures beyond the water's touch. A difficult conversation may stir our emotions, yet it cannot alter the deep calm within us. A change in work or weather may affect our day, but it does not dictate our inner stillness. Conditions influence us like wind shaping a tree's branch, but they cannot change the tree's roots or its inherent strength. This is the heart of Zen wisdom. Conditions shape the surface of our experience, but they never define the unchanging essence of our being. Consider a recent moment when a condition seemed to shape you. Perhaps a critical email arrived, or a friend's words felt sharp. You felt the pressure, the shift in your mood. Now, reflect gently. How did you respond? Did you let the condition dictate your reaction? Or did you notice the wave passing through you without letting it become your center? The stone does not resist the river. It simply allows the water to flow, knowing its own nature remains intact. Your response is the choice point where calm meets circumstance. You can feel the ripple of the condition, yet choose not to be moved from your center. This awareness is not passive acceptance, it is active presence. It is seeing the condition clearly without adding layers of fear or attachment. The river does not fight the stone, it simply flows. We, too, can flow with life's conditions, knowing they are temporary, not total. The stone's smoothness is a testament to the river's passage, not its identity. Your peace is not dependent on the weather outside. It is the deep calm that exists within, as steady as the river's bed beneath the current. So when a condition arises, feel it fully, but do not let it become your story. Notice the shape it gives to your day, yet remember the unshakable ground beneath your feet. The river shapes the stone, but the stone's essence remains. Your calm mind is that essence, always present, always whole, always free. Observing this dynamic reveals how we can respond without being controlled, how we can move through life's flow with grace. knowing our peace is not given by conditions, but is always already here. Imagine the quiet space within you, the deep calm that arises not from avoiding life's changes, but from seeing them clearly. This is the foundation we've been building, understanding that conditions, the very fabric of our experience, are not obstacles or gifts, but simply energy, like a blank canvas waiting for the brush. They hold no inherent meaning. They are neither good nor bad. It is our mind that colors them with labels: annoying rain, beautiful sunset, difficult meeting, projecting stories onto what is simply happening. Consider the rain falling outside your window. In the rush of a busy morning, you might think, "This rain is ruining my plans." But pause. Notice the rain itself. Feel the coolness on your skin. Hear the gentle rhythm on the leaves. See the way the drops gather on the window pane. The rain does not care about your plans. It simply is. It is water falling from the sky, shaped by wind and cloud, moving through the natural flow of things. There is no judgment in the rain. It holds no good or bad within itself. The label annoying comes only from your mind, clinging to a story about how things should be. The label beautiful comes from a different story about how things could be. But the rain, it is simply rain. This is the ground of being we speak of. Conditions are the canvas upon which our lives unfold, but the canvas itself is neutral. It does not judge the painting. It simply holds the colors, the shapes, the light, your inner peace. The deep calm we've spoken of is not altered by the rain. The traffic, the silence, or the noise, it remains steady, like the stillness beneath the surface of a pond, even as the water ripples with passing conditions. The rain may make the pond ripple, but the pond's depth remains unchanged. Your essence, your unchanging awareness, is that depth. Conditions shape the surface, but they never touch the core. So, let us practice this simple noticing. Find one condition right now, something ordinary and present. It could be the sound of birds outside, the warmth of sunlight on your arm, the hum of a distant car, or even the feeling of your breath. Simply notice it. Do not say it is nice or distracting. Do not say it is good or bad. Just see the water falling, hear the birds call, feel the warmth. Let the condition be as it is, without your story. Notice how the mind immediately wants to label it. That's the habit. Gently, without judgment. Return to the simple fact: the sound is happening. The warmth is present. The rain is falling. The canvas is simply there. This is not about forcing calm. It is about seeing clearly. When we stop projecting our stories onto the canvas, we see the conditions as they truly are, impermanent. neutral, part of the ever-changing flow. We step out of the struggle against what is and into the quiet space of simply being. We see that the rain, the traffic, the silence, the noise, they are all just part of the unfolding, not the definition of our peace. They shape the surface, but they do not hold the center. This neutral perspective paves the way for mindful observation, where we see life as it is, without the burden of our projections, and find our calm not by changing the weather, but by resting in the stillness that is always present. Imagine a quiet river winding through a forest. Its surface glides over smooth stones, bends around boulders, and carries leaves and blossoms without force. It does not rage against the rocks or cling to the banks. It simply flows. This river is not a metaphor for life. It is life itself, revealing a fundamental truth. Conditions, weather, relationships, circumstances, the very flow of time are not enemies to be fought or enemies to be conquered. They are the water, the current, the natural movement of existence. When we resist the current, when we tighten our grip against the inevitable shift, we create suffering within ourselves. We strain against the river's path, exhausting our spirit while the water continues its course. This resistance is the source of our inner storm. Conditions themselves hold no inherent meaning of good or bad. They are simply energy in motion, like the river's flow. A sudden rainstorm does not judge you, it simply happens. A job loss is not a judgment of your worth, it is a change unfolding. Our suffering arises not from the condition itself, but from our refusal to see it as part of the natural flow. Accepting the condition as the river accepts the rock, neither fighting nor fearing. Simply acknowledging its presence releases the inner conflict. It is not passive resignation. It is a deep, clear-eyed recognition that fighting the current only deepens the struggle. When we stop pushing against the tide, we find our own balance within the movement. Consider the story of a monk who needed to cross a swift river. He stood on the bank, tense, arguing with the water, demanding it slow for him. He strained. He cursed. He tried to push the current aside with his will. The river rushed on, unyielding, and he remained stranded. Finally, an old woman passing by gently said, "This water does not wait for anyone. Step where it flows." The monk let go of his resistance. He stepped into the current, not against it, and found himself carried safely to the other side. His struggle vanished the moment he stopped fighting the river. He did not change the river, he changed his relationship to it. Reflect now on your own river. Recall a time you held tight to a fixed idea, a job you thought you must keep, a relationship you believed could not change, a plan you refused to alter. Remember the tension, the anxiety, the feeling of being stuck against the current. What shifted when you finally released that grip? Perhaps the anxiety lifted. Perhaps a new path opened where you had only seen an obstacle. Perhaps you felt a quiet relief, a return to your own center. This is the gentle power of flowing with the current. It is not about losing direction. It is about finding the direction that is already moving within the flow. This understanding dissolves the battle within. It allows us to stand calmly on the riverbank of life, observing the changing landscape without fear, knowing our true nature remains steady beneath the surface. We are not the water we resist. We are the deep, still riverbed that holds the flow without being disturbed. With this foundation, we deepen into mindful observation of changing states. Imagine standing by a quiet stream on a warm afternoon. The water flows steadily, carrying leaves and sunlight without pause. Now consider your own mind as that stream, not as a still pond, but as a living current. Conditions, temperature, sound, thought shift constantly like the water itself. The key to calm isn't stopping the flow, but observing it with a scientist's curiosity, not a judge's criticism. Notice the cool breeze on your skin, the distant bird call, the passing thought about dinner, not as good or bad, but as natural events unfolding. They arrive, they shift, they pass, like ripples on the water's surface. This is mindful observation, seeing the world as it is, without adding your own story. A simple example arises in daily life. Sit quietly with your tea. Watch the steam rise in slow spirals. Hear the kettle's soft hum fade. Feel the warmth of the cup in your hands. Now, notice the thought that drifts in. I should finish that email. Don't chase it or push it away. Simply see it as a passing cloud in a clear sky. Then, name one changing condition every 30 seconds. The breeze shifts from cool to warm. A car passes down the street. Your breath deepens. Name it gently. Cool breeze. Car sound. Deeper breath. This isn't about fixing anything. It's about training your awareness to rest in the present moment, without needing to control the flow. You become the observer, not the one reacting to the flow. This practice reveals a deeper truth. When you watch thoughts arise and fade without judgment, you see they have no fixed shape, no inherent weight. They are like clouds moving across the sky, present, visible, but never permanent. You don't need to hold them or let them go. You simply see them as part of the sky's natural movement. The calm mind isn't empty, it's fully present, noticing the changing conditions without being swept away by them. It's the stillness beneath the water's surface, aware of every ripple yet undisturbed by the current. This steady presence we've cultivated through understanding conditions as neutral energy through accepting life's natural flow without resistance, now becomes the ground for this observation. It's not passive. It's an active choice to meet each moment with openness, to see the temperature shift, the sound, the thought, as simply part of the unfolding story. You're not resisting the stream, you're learning to swim within it with ease. So sit quietly now, as you've practiced. Let the world move around you. Notice one changing condition every 30 seconds. Name it softly, the light shifting through the window, the sound of your own breath, a thought passing like a bird. No need to judge, no need to change. Just observe. This is the heart of observing the flow, to see the river clearly, not as a force to fight, but as a path to move with. And in this quiet seeing, you'll discover how thoughts arise and fade, like clouds in an endless sky. Breathe in softly, breathe out slowly. Feel the quiet space between thoughts, the natural rhythm of your breath. This moment, just as it is, holds all that you need. Now, notice the thoughts that drift through your mind like clouds across a vast sky. They arrive uninvited, they linger for a moment, and they pass away. This is not something to fix or fight. It is simply the nature of the mind, a condition as natural as the wind moving through leaves. Thoughts are not truths to be believed or facts to be acted upon. They are weather passing through your inner landscape. When a thought arises, say to yourself, not with effort, but with gentle awareness, thinking, or perhaps feeling. Do not add the words good or bad to the thought. That simple label thinking is enough. It is not the thought itself that disturbs you, but the story you build around it. The story that says this thought is wrong or I must be different now. That story creates the disturbance. The thought itself is merely a passing condition, like a shadow cast by the sun. To see it clearly, without adding judgment, is to see it as it truly is, a temporary phenomenon within the flow of experience. Let us consider a common moment. You might find yourself thinking, I should have handled that better, or this is a disaster. Feel the tightness in your chest. That tightness is the judgment, not the thought itself. Now, gently, softly, name it, thinking. Notice how the tightness softens just a little as you stop adding the should or the disaster to the simple occurrence. Ask yourself, as you notice the thought, is this a condition, a passing weather pattern in my mind? Or is it a fact I must hold on to? The answer is always condition. It is not a fixed reality. It is simply a thought arising. This practice is not about stopping thoughts. It is about meeting them with the quiet clarity of a clear pond reflecting the sky. You do not need to chase the thought away or cling to it. You simply observe it as it is, part of the ever-changing stream of your experience. When the thought "I am failing" appears, do not argue with it. Do not say, "No, I am not failing." Simply note thinking and return your attention to the breath, to the sound of the wind, to the simple feeling of sitting here, now. This is the skill we cultivate, the ability to see the flow of thought without being swept away by it. It is a practice of deep listening to the present moment, without adding the weight of preference. Each time you gently name thinking or feeling, you step back from the story and return to the ground of your being. You are not the thought. You are the awareness that observes it. This is the calm liberation we seek. It frees you from the exhausting effort of trying to control every passing thought, or to cling to the ones you prefer. You simply meet each condition as it arises, with the same quiet acceptance you would offer to a changing season. You are not resisting the thought, nor are you surrendering to it. You are simply seeing it clearly as it is. This non-judgmental awareness frees us from attachment to outcomes. It allows the mind to rest in its natural state, open and uncluttered, ready to meet whatever arises next with clarity and calm. The flow continues, and you are no longer fighting it. You are simply part of it, observing with a heart that is at ease. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the subtle shift in your breath as you settle deeper into this space. Notice how the light through the window softens from bright noon to the gentle gold of late afternoon. Hear the distant sound of a bird, then its absence. These are not disturbances, but the very fabric of your present moment, constantly unfolding. This is the essence of observing the flow, not resisting the subtle shifts, but simply noticing them as they arise, like leaves drifting on a quiet stream. There is no need to name them or hold them tight. They simply are, part of the natural movement of life itself. In Zen practice, we train our attention to rest lightly upon these small, often unnoticed transitions. It is not about forcing observation, but about gently returning our awareness when it drifts, like a hand brushing dust from a surface. Notice the slight change in your posture as you lean forward. Feel the shift in temperature as the room cools. Observe the fleeting flicker of an emotion, like a shadow passing over the sun, without grasping or pushing it away. This is the quiet work of cultivating awareness. We train not to become observers of the world, but to become aware of the subtle currents within our own experience as they flow through us. Consider the river. It does not rage against the gentle curve of the bank or the softening of the current. It simply flows, adapting to the subtle changes of the land, the sky, the seasons. The river's strength lies in its ability to move with the shifting conditions, not against them. Similarly, when we notice the small shifts within ourselves, the quiet shift from tension to ease, the subtle change in the quality of our focus, the gentle fading of a thought, we build a deep, quiet resilience. These small acts of noticing are the practice of not being thrown off balance by the larger, more obvious changes that will inevitably come. Each time we simply see the shift without resistance, we strengthen our capacity to meet life's inevitable currents with greater calm. Try this for 1 week. Choose one subtle shift each day to notice. It might be the way the light changes in your room as the sun moves, the shift in your own breath as you pause for a moment, or the subtle easing of a small worry as you sit quietly. Simply observe it, without judgment, without adding a story. At the end of the week, reflect. What did this small shift teach you about the nature of change within you? Did you notice how easily it passed, like a cloud moving across the sky? Did you feel a quiet strength grow in your awareness of it? This simple daily practice is not about achieving a special state. It is about training your mind to be present with the natural flow, finding stability not by holding on, but by moving with the current. Through this quiet noticing, we begin to understand that resistance is the source of our disturbance, not the change itself. We learn that conditions do not need to be controlled. They simply need to be seen clearly. The river does not fight the current. It moves within it. So too, our minds can find peace by resting within the constant flow of shifting conditions, without adding the weight of judgment or the struggle to make things otherwise. With this skill, we move toward releasing resistance to change. The river flows, carrying leaves and light. Yet the river itself is always now. This gentle current we observed in the previous moment, the shifting conditions of thought and sensation, is not held in the past or pulled toward the future. It exists only in this very breath, this unfolding instant. The past is a memory we hold. The future is a story we imagine. Both are mental constructs, like ripples that fade once the stone has fallen. The only ground we ever truly stand on is the present moment. When chaos swirls around us, the noise, the worry, the sudden shift in plans, focusing on now becomes our anchor. It is not about stopping the storm, but finding calm within it. Like a still pond reflecting the sky above. This is not a place we force. It is a natural resting place when we simply notice what is. Imagine sitting by a window as rain begins to fall. The sound of drops on the glass. The coolness of the air moving through the room, the weight of your body against the chair, all these are real right now. The rain may stop, the air may warm, but in this moment, they are simply what is. There is no need to name them good or bad, only to see them as they are. This is the heart of observing without judgment. We are not trying to change the rain or the air. We are simply resting in their presence. The mind, when it stops grasping for the past or fearing the future, finds its natural calm. It is not empty, but full of what is here, now. Take this moment. pause gently. Notice 3 conditions surrounding you without labeling them. Feel the chair beneath you, cool and solid. Hear the soft sound of your breath, steady and quiet. Feel the air moving across your skin, gentle and alive. These are not distractions. They are the only reality you can touch. They are the ground beneath your feet, the sky above your head, the river flowing through you. When you name them, chair, air, sound, you are not escaping the world. You are meeting it exactly as it is. This simple practice is not about fixing anything. It is about remembering that you are already here, already whole, already at peace within the flow. This quiet noticing, this gentle naming of the present, is where true calm is born. It is not the absence of movement, but the deep understanding that movement is natural and the ground of now is unshakable. We do not resist the rain, nor cling to the calm. We simply rest in the knowing that this moment is enough. And as you return to your day, carrying this awareness, you will find that uncertainty no longer feels like a threat. It becomes the river itself, flowing with you, not against you. This grounding prepares us to embrace uncertainty gently. The river flows without clinging to the shape of the stones it passes. It simply moves, meeting each bend with the same gentle current. This is the natural state of things. And it is the same state we find when we release our grip on how things must be. For too long we have mistaken the river's flow for a problem to fix, believing that if we could only control the water, we would be safe. But the river does not need our control. It only needs our presence. This is the heart of non-attachment, not turning away from life, but meeting it without the weight of expectation. Attachment is the root of suffering, the tightness in the chest when things do not go as planned. Non-attachment is not indifference, not apathy, but the deep freedom of knowing that our peace does not depend on the outcome. It is the quiet confidence that comes from focusing on the effort itself, not the result. When we say, "I'm practicing," rather than "I must succeed," we step out of the future and into the present moment. We become the water, not the stone resisting the flow. Consider the simple act of making tea. The practitioner does not watch the color of the brew, waiting for it to be perfect. Instead, they feel the warmth of the cup, watch the leaves unfurl in the hot water, hear the soft hiss of steam. Their attention is on the making, not the outcome. The tea is what it is, and that is enough. There is no frustration if the cup is not full, no pride if it is. The effort is the practice, the focus is the offering, and the result is simply a part of the river's journey. This is not a lack of care, it is a profound care that does not depend on a specific shape the world must take. It is the care of a gardener who tends the soil, knowing the flowers will bloom as they are meant to, without demanding they bloom exactly as the gardener imagines. So take a moment now to reflect. What single outcome do you cling to most tightly? Is it a specific result at work, a certain reaction from someone you love, or even how you believe your day should unfold? Name it to yourself. Now ask gently, what would release feel like? Imagine the softening, the lightness, the space that opens when you no longer hold it so tightly. Feel it in your body, perhaps a loosening of the shoulders, a deeper breath. This is not about giving up. It is about returning to the present moment, where all things are already as they should be. It is the freedom of the river, flowing without resistance. This practice does not end when the tea is poured or the work is done. It naturally extends to the unexpected delays, the minor frustrations, the moments that feel like the river suddenly turning, when the phone rings with bad news, when traffic jams you, when plans shift without warning. The calm presence we cultivate here meets these disruptions not as threats, but as the natural current of life. We do not fight the water, we move within it, with the same focus on the effort of being present, not the outcome of the journey. This is how the river becomes our ground, steady and unshakable, even as the world flows around us. And in this steady presence, we find not only calm, but a deep, quiet joy in simply being here, now. Consider the gentle sway of a willow branch in a steady breeze. It does not strain against the wind, nor resist the flow of the river beneath it. This is the natural posture of a calm mind. We often mistake our mental grip on how things should be for strength, yet this very tension creates the anxiety we seek to avoid. Control, as we imagine it, is an illusion woven from fear of the unknown. True ease arises not from forcing events to fit our expectations, but from releasing the need to hold them tightly. When we surrender to the flow of the present moment, the river carries us gently, not against us. This is the quiet wisdom of letting go. Think of a simple moment you might have held on to tightly. Perhaps a specific time you planned to arrive somewhere, or a particular way you wanted a conversation to unfold. Now imagine a small shift happening unexpectedly. A meeting moved to a different room, a coffee order misheard, a bus arriving 5 minutes early. In that minor disruption, the old impulse to correct or complain might arise. But what if, instead, you simply noticed the change and adjusted with a soft breath? This is the practice of releasing control daily, not a grand surrender, but a tiny release of a single detail. It requires no dramatic action, only a willingness to let the moment be as it is, without resistance. Like a leaf floating downstream, you allow the current to guide you, finding peace in the movement rather than fighting it. Reflect for a moment on your own life. When did you last release control over something small? Maybe it was accepting a different route home, not insisting on your usual path. Or perhaps it was letting a child choose their own meal without your usual guidance. How did it feel to let go of that minor demand? Was there a sudden lightness, a quieting of the inner chatter? Did the world not collapse, but simply continue, perhaps even more smoothly? This small release is not about passivity. It is about recognizing that your tight grip was the source of the tension, not the situation itself. It is the quiet confidence that comes from knowing the river flows, and you are part of its current, not its master. This daily practice of releasing minor holds, like releasing a single thread from a woven cloth, builds the muscle of non-attachment. It shows you that life continues beautifully without your constant direction. Each small surrender dissolves a layer of anxiety, revealing the deep peace that exists when you stop forcing the river to flow backward. You begin to see that uncertainty is not your enemy, but the very ground upon which you stand. The need to control outcomes fades, replaced by a gentle presence in the unfolding moment. This releases the need to force life into a mold. Imagine the quiet moment before the day's busyness begins. You pour your morning tea, the steam rising in soft spirals. Outside, the world rushes toward goals, deadlines, outcomes. Yet within this ordinary act, a deeper truth unfolds. True peace arises not from forcing life to bend, but from flowing with its natural current. Non-striving is not inaction. It is action freed from the tight grip of wanting things to be a certain way. It is the gentle confidence of a tree growing toward the sun without a single thought of being tall. It simply responds to the light, the rain, the soil, its own nature unfolding without frantic effort or outcome fixation. The tree does not strain to reach the sky. It simply is and grows. Its presence is calm, whole, and perfectly in the moment. This is the art we practice. It is not about stopping all effort, but shifting the quality of that effort. When you make your tea, notice if there is a subtle tension in your shoulders, a quiet whisper urging you to make it perfect, to feel a certain way afterward. Release that whisper. Let the water boil, the leaves steep, the cup fill, without needing the tea to bring you calm or solve a problem. Let your hands move with the simple purpose of the task, not the hidden demand for a specific result. When you walk to work, feel your feet on the ground, the air on your skin, the rhythm of your breath. Do not chase the thought, "I must arrive," feeling refreshed. Simply arrive, present with each step, without the weight of expectation. This is the practice of non-striving, meeting the next moment as it is, not as you imagine it should be. Reflect now on your day ahead. Where might you notice the pull to try for a particular outcome? Perhaps in a conversation, where you hope to be seen as wise or agreeable, or in a simple task like tidying your desk, where you might push to make it perfectly organized before moving on. Today, as you act, ask gently, can I simply do this, without needing it to be a certain way? Can you make that call without hoping for a specific reply? Can you listen without waiting for your turn to speak? Can you simply water the plant, seeing the green leaves and the damp soil, without needing the plant to look healthier by evening? This is not about ignoring results. It is about releasing the tightness around them. It is about finding ease in the doing itself, knowing that the result, if it comes, will be part of the natural flow, not the forced product of striving. This quiet shift, this gentle release of the need to control the outcome in each small action, is where calm truly takes root. It is the quiet confidence that arises when we stop pushing against life's natural current and instead move with it, step by step, breath by breath. As we practice this art of non-striving in the ordinary moments, we discover a profound truth. Calm is not found by avoiding disruption, but by meeting every disruption with this same gentle presence, without the frantic effort to make it disappear. It is in this space of releasing the need to fix, to control, to achieve that we find the deep peace that meets life exactly as it is. This is how we step into the calm that meets even the most unexpected turns of the day. Imagine standing on the shore as a storm rages, waves crashing violently against the rocks. The wind howls, the sky darkens, yet within you, a deep quiet remains. This is the essence of finding stability in the unstable. True calm does not depend on the weather outside or the chaos unfolding around you. It arises from a still center within, a core that remains steady even as every external condition shifts and changes. Conditions may be turbulent, fleeting, or uncertain, but your capacity for calm is not shaken by them. It is not found in controlling the storm, but in resting within the unshakable peace of your own awareness. Consider the Zen master who lived near a mountain stream. One evening, a fierce storm swept through the valley. Rain lashed the windows, thunder shook the walls, and the river swelled into a roaring torrent. His student, frantic, rushed to his room. "Master, the river is overflowing. The path is washed away. What shall we do?" The master, seated calmly on his mat, looked up and said simply, "The river flows as it must. The path will be clear when the water recedes." The student, still agitated, pressed further. "But what of our supplies?" The master smiled gently. "Your worry is the flood. The river is just water." He returned to his quiet practice, his mind undisturbed by the wildness outside. The storm passed, the river settled, and the path was restored. The master's calm was not denial of the storm. It was a deep recognition that his peace was never tied to the river's course. He found his anchor within, not in the shifting current. This is the wisdom we explore now. Recall a time when life felt like that storm, when plans unraveled or circumstances turned turbulent. Perhaps it was a sudden illness, a loss, or an unexpected change that left you feeling off balance. In that moment, what was your anchor? It was not the external situation, but something deeper within you. Maybe it was the steady rhythm of your own breath, the quiet certainty of a loved one's presence, a simple thought like "this too shall pass," or the deep, unshakable peace of just being present in that moment. That anchor was not something you created in the chaos. It was already there, waiting within you, as steady as the mountain beneath the storm. You did not force calm, you remembered it. You simply let go of the frantic need to control the river and rested in the stillness of your own core. This is the profound shift. We do not seek stability by holding on to fixed outcomes or trying to force life to be still. We find stability by recognizing that our calm is inherent, not dependent on outside conditions. It is the natural state of the mind when we release the tight grip of "it must be this way." When we stop resisting the flow of conditions, we discover that the calm we seek is already here, within. It is not something we build, it is something we uncover. Like a clear pond beneath the surface, ripples of surface disturbance. This is the quiet strength that arises when we stop clinging to the idea that stability must come from outside. It comes from within, from the deep, unwavering awareness that remains unchanged as life's conditions transform. With this stability, we learn to find calm in disruption. We no longer fear the storm because we know the calm within is unshakable. We meet the unexpected not with panic, but with the gentle confidence of knowing our core remains steady. This is the foundation for moving through life with grace, not as a reaction to what happens, but as a natural expression of the peace that already resides within. It is the understanding that the river flows, the storm passes, but the stillness beneath the water is always there, waiting for us to remember it. Life moves with a rhythm both steady and unpredictable. We navigate its currents daily, encountering moments that feel like sudden storms, spilled coffee, unexpected delays, sharp words. Often, we meet these disruptions with resistance, as if life itself is wronging us. But true calm doesn't come from avoiding these moments. It arises when we see them as the very ground for practice. Disruptions are not obstacles blocking our path to peace. They are the path itself, offering a constant, gentle invitation to return to stillness. When the world seems to tilt, the practice begins not in the grand gesture, but in the simple, often overlooked pause before we react. Imagine the familiar scene. You're rushing to an important meeting. your coffee cup held carefully. Then, a sudden jostle, a splash across your notes, the warm liquid spreading like a small, unwanted tide. The instinct might be to flinch, to mutter frustration, to let the moment pull you into chaos. But here is the practice. Instead of immediately reaching for the paper towel or the blame, pause. Let the breath deepen for just a single, quiet moment. Feel the air enter your lungs. Feel the floor beneath your feet. Notice the spill, the warmth, the momentary disruption. This small pause, this conscious breath, is not wasted time. It is the space where calm is born. It is the moment you step out of the storm's current and into the calm center within. This is not about ignoring the spill or pretending it doesn't matter. It is about not letting the spill dictate your inner state. You can clean the mess with care, perhaps even with a quiet smile, because you have already chosen not to be swept away by the initial shock. You have created a small island of stillness within the disruption. This is the heart of calm in daily life. It is found not in the absence of chaos, but in the presence of awareness within it. The spill is the same, but your experience of it changes when you pause. You are no longer the victim of the moment. You are the calm observer within it. So, when you feel the next disruption stir, whether it's a missed call, a traffic jam, a tense exchange, ask yourself gently, what small action brings calm? It might be noticing the texture of your coffee cup before you sip. It might be taking one slow, deep breath before speaking. It might be simply acknowledging the feeling of frustration without letting it become your entire story. It is not about grand solutions, but about the tiny, intentional shift in your presence. Find that one small, simple action that anchors you back to your breath, back to the ground beneath you, back to the quiet center you already hold within. This is the practice that transforms the ordinary chaos of daily life into the very soil where peace takes root. This practice deepens when we embrace uncertainty. Imagine the rush of morning commutes, the sudden email alert, the jostle of a crowded train. Life's disruptions feel like waves crashing against the shore, threatening to pull us under. But what if these very moments, these interruptions, were not obstacles to calm, but the very ground upon which it grows? True stillness does not require the world to stop. It arises when we meet motion with presence. Stillness is not the absence of movement, but the deep awareness that remains steady within it. It is the quiet confidence that flows through the chaos, not despite it. Consider the simple act of walking. Too often we move through the world on autopilot, our minds already racing ahead to the next task, the next worry. But what if each step became a gentle invitation to return? Notice the lift of your foot, the shift of weight, the soft touch of your soul against the earth. Feel the air on your skin. Hear the subtle sounds around you, the rustle of leaves, the distant hum of life. There is no need to rush toward the destination. The destination is found in the very movement itself. A Zen master once spoke of making tea during a storm. While the wind howled and rain lashed the windows, he moved with unhurried care, measuring the leaves, pouring the water, stirring slowly. His hands were busy. The world outside was turbulent, yet his mind remained calm, centered in the act of tea making. He was not avoiding the storm. He was finding stillness within its very heart. This is the practice we invite you to explore. It is not about adding more stillness to your day, but discovering the stillness that already exists within your activity. Where in your day can you find this presence? It might be as you wash the dishes, feeling the warmth of the water, noticing the scent of the soap, letting the rhythm of the task hold your attention. It could be when you pause before responding to a message, taking one slow breath to anchor yourself in the present moment. It might be the few seconds you spend fully listening to a loved one, without planning your next words. Stillness is not a place you go. It is a way of being right here, right now, in the midst of everything. Reflect quietly on this in your next ordinary moment while waiting in line, walking to your car, or even during a brief phone call. Can you gently notice the space between your thoughts? Can you feel the ground beneath your feet, the air in your lungs, without rushing to fill it with worry or planning? This is not about forcing calm. It is about recognizing that calm is already present, waiting to be seen in the ordinary flow of your life. It is the deep peace that arises when you stop trying to control the river and instead learn to swim within it, fully present with each current. Embracing uncertainty gently builds on this stillness. For when we find calm within movement, we no longer fear the unexpected. We meet each disruption not as a threat, but as an opportunity to return to our center, to remember that stillness is not lost in the storm, it is the very eye of it. This quiet confidence becomes our compass, guiding us through the inevitable turbulence of life with grace. So let this be your invitation. In the next moment of motion, find the stillness that has always been there, waiting for you to notice. Life often feels like a river rushing through unexpected rocks, doesn't it? We plan our course, only to find ourselves swept sideways by the current of a missed train, a sudden word, or a quiet moment of uncertainty. In these moments, our instinct is often to push against the flow, to wrestle with the reality of what is happening right now. We think, this shouldn't be happening, or it should be different. But this resistance, this clinging to how we believe things should be, is the very thing that creates the storm within us. True calm isn't found by stopping the river, but by learning to stand firmly within its flow, not fighting it. This is the gentle power of acceptance. It is not giving up. not resigning ourselves to hardship. It is simply meeting the present moment as it truly is, without the heavy burden of how it should be. It is the quiet shift from this is wrong to this is now. When we truly say to ourselves, this is now, we release the invisible weight of resistance. We stop pouring energy into a battle against reality, and instead, we simply meet it. Imagine the difference. Standing in the rain, we might feel cold and frustrated, resisting the wetness. But if we simply accept the rain as the weather, we can feel the coolness, hear the rhythm of drops, and perhaps even find a certain peace in the simple act of being present within it. The rain hasn't changed, but our relationship to it has shifted. Consider the simple act of pouring tea. The water boils, the kettle whistles, a small disruption in the quiet morning. Our first thought might be, ugh, the kettle's too loud, or I was just about to sit down. But what if, instead, we simply notice the sound, the steam, the warmth? We say, this is now. The kettle is whistling. We don't try to silence it, nor do we get angry. We simply acknowledge the sound as part of this moment. In that simple act of naming the present, the resistance dissolves. The whistling isn't an obstacle anymore. It's simply the sound of the moment unfolding. The tea pours, the steam rises, and the mind, freed from the struggle, finds its own quiet space. This is the quiet alchemy of acceptance. It doesn't change the conditions, but it changes the ground from which we stand within them. So, dear friend, take a gentle breath now. Look around your own world. What condition are you resisting right this moment? Is it the noise of traffic outside your window? The email that arrived uninvited? The feeling of fatigue that won't lift? Notice the subtle tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your chest. That is the resistance. The unspoken, it shouldn't be like this. Now, try it. Softly, without judgment. Say to yourself, this is now. Let the words settle in your awareness. Feel the difference. The resistance doesn't vanish instantly, but the grip loosens. You are no longer fighting the river. You are simply breathing within it. This simple practice of meeting reality as it is, of saying this is now, is the quiet door that opens. It doesn't promise a life without disruption, but it reveals something profound. Every condition, every moment of seeming difficulty, is not an enemy to be overcome, but a teacher waiting to be seen. The very disruption that felt like a barrier now becomes the ground upon which we stand, clear-eyed and calm, ready to see the next step, the next breath, the next moment of peace. This is how acceptance transforms the landscape of our daily life, revealing that calm is not found by avoiding the storm, but by finding stillness within its very heart. Life unfolds in constant motion, a river of moments carrying us through unexpected turns and sudden disruptions. A phone rings with urgent news. Traffic grinds to a halt. A loved one speaks sharply, or the weight of responsibility presses down. In these swirling currents, the mind often tangles in worry, seeking to stop the chaos rather than finding a way to be present within it. This is where the still point within the storm becomes our anchor, not a place to escape to, but a quality of awareness we can access right now. In the midst of the very disruption that feels overwhelming, imagine a simple moment, the breath moving in and out, steady and quiet beneath the surface noise of the world, or the soft, rhythmic pulse of your heartbeat, a constant rhythm felt deep within. These are not distractions from the storm. They are the still point itself. The conditions around you, traffic, noise, emotion may swirl and change. But this awareness of the breath, this quiet pulse of being, remains calm and undisturbed. It is not that the storm ceases, it is that within you, a deeper calm persists, unshaken by the external whirlwind. This is the wisdom of the still point. Conditions are always in flux, but your awareness of them, when rooted in this calm presence, does not get swept away. It simply observes, like a calm lake reflecting the passing clouds without losing its own surface. Consider the Zen story of the monk walking through a fierce storm. Rain lashed down, wind howled, and the path became treacherous. Others hurried, anxious, seeking shelter, their minds clouded with fear. The monk walked steadily, his steps sure, his face peaceful. When asked how he remained calm, he simply said, "I am the still point within the storm." His calm was not the absence of the storm, but the presence of awareness that the storm was happening, yet he was not the storm. His breath, his steady step, his quiet mind, these were his still point, always available, always present, no matter how wild the weather. So when the next disruption arises, the unexpected delay, the difficult word, the rising anxiety, pause. Feel the weight of your feet on the ground. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your breath in your chest. Feel the steady rhythm of your heartbeat beneath your ribs. This is your still point. It is not something you create, it is something you remember. A natural anchor within your own being. When overwhelmed, where do you find your still point? Is it the breath, the sound of rain on a window, the feel of cool air, the memory of a quiet place? It is always there, waiting to be noticed, a constant beneath the changing surface of life. This stillness, this quiet awareness found within the heart of disruption, is not passive. It is the clear space from which we see things as they truly are, without the distortion of resistance or fear. It allows us to meet the next moment not with panic, but with a grounded presence. This stillness allows us to see conditions as teachers. This still point within the storm, this calm awareness we discovered in the previous chapter, now gently reveals a deeper truth. Conditions no longer appear as walls blocking our path, but as the very ground upon which we stand and grow. Every situation, whether it brings ease or discomfort, holds a quiet lesson waiting to be received. That moment of frustration in traffic, the unexpected loss of a job, the ache of a difficult conversation. These are not interruptions to life, but its most direct teachers. Discomfort, in particular, is a profound instructor. It does not merely exist to be endured, it is a signal, a gentle nudge pointing toward resilience we didn't know we possessed. When the ground feels unstable beneath us, we learn to find our balance. When the path is steep, we discover the strength in our legs. The key is to shift our inner question from "why is this happening to me?" to "what is this condition teaching me?" Consider the ancient story of the monk who walked through a violent storm. Rain lashed his face. Wind threatened to knock him off the path. And the river swelled dangerously close to the narrow bridge. His companions huddled under a tree, shivering and complaining about the weather. The monk, however, paused, felt the rain on his skin, watched the river's powerful flow, and simply observed. He did not resist the storm. He met it with open awareness. Later, asked why he seemed so calm, he said, "The storm taught me how to stand firm in the wind. The river taught me how to move with force without breaking." He did not seek the storm, but he learned from it. His condition became his teacher, revealing strength he could not have found in stillness alone. This is not about seeking hardship, but about recognizing the inherent wisdom within whatever arises. Now, take a quiet moment to reflect. Recall a difficult condition you once faced, perhaps a period of isolation, a personal failure, or a profound loss. Not to relive the pain, but to gently ask, what did this situation teach me? Maybe it taught you the depth of your own patience. Maybe it showed you how to listen more deeply to others. Perhaps it revealed a hidden strength within your own heart. That moment of grief might have taught you the preciousness of presence. That moment of rejection might have shown you the difference between your worth and another's opinion. There is no judgment here, only recognition. The lesson was there, waiting in the very fabric of the experience, if only we had the curiosity to look for it. This simple shift in perspective, asking, "What is this teaching me?" transforms our relationship with life's conditions. It moves us from a place of resistance, where we push against what is, to a place of gentle curiosity, where we lean in to learn. The discomfort that once felt like an enemy now becomes a doorway. The challenge that seemed like a barrier becomes a path. We stop seeing conditions as things that happen to us and begin to see them as the very means through which we grow wiser, deeper, and more present. The resistance dissolves not because the condition disappears, but because we no longer see it as an obstacle to our peace. Instead, we recognize it as an opportunity to meet ourselves more fully in the midst of life's unfolding flow. This perspective shifts resistance into curiosity. Imagine the kitchen during a sudden summer storm. Rain hammers the roof, wind howls, and the phone rings insistently with urgent news. Your breath quickens. Thoughts race toward escape, away from the noise, away from the worry, away from the feeling of being overwhelmed. This is the natural pull, the instinct to flee the chaos. Yet the path of calm mind does not lie in running from the storm outside or the storm within. It lies in simply being here, right now, with the rain, the ringing phone, the rising tension, without trying to push it away or change it. Presence in chaos means being fully here, not escaping it. It means feeling the wet chill of the air, hearing the rhythm of the rain, noticing the tightness in your shoulders, and meeting it all with gentle awareness. Chaos is not the enemy. Chaos is the teacher. The storm outside mirrors the storm within, and the teacher is the moment itself, offering a direct lesson in how we relate to disturbance. The Zen master once watched a student frantically trying to sweep leaves from a courtyard while a windstorm raged. The student complained about the wasted effort. The master simply sat on a bench, watching the leaves swirl, and said softly, "You are fighting the wind. The wind is not your enemy. It is the very air you breathe. Your effort to control it only makes you tired. Sit with the wind, feel it." The student paused, stopped sweeping, and simply sat. The wind still blew, the leaves still swirled, but the student's mind settled into the flow of the moment. That is the practice, not the absence of chaos, but the presence within it. When the next storm of noise or worry comes, when the phone rings with bad news or the traffic jams you, when your mind floods with anxious thoughts, pause. Take one slow breath. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice the sound of the rain, the pressure of the chair, the rhythm of your own breath. Do not judge the chaos. Do not chase the calm. Simply be here, with what is, exactly as it is. This is not passive waiting, it is active, gentle engagement with life as it unfolds. It is the quiet courage to stand in the middle of the storm without needing to be anywhere else. It is the practice of finding stillness, not by escaping the waves, but by feeling the water against your skin and knowing the ocean is always vast. This presence reveals conditions as neutral energy. They are not inherently good or bad, obstacle or opportunity. They simply are. And within that simple being, wisdom arises. It is not the absence of difficulty, but the clarity that comes from meeting difficulty with an open, aware heart. So when the next chaotic moment arrives, remember the kitchen, remember the wind, remember the Master's quiet words. Do not seek to change the storm. Simply be the calm within it. This is how conditions, in their very nature, become our deepest teachers. This is how the storm becomes the path. Consider the storm outside your window, the sudden noise, the shifting weather of your day. You might have learnt to meet these conditions with gentle curiosity, to ask not, why is this happening to me? But what is this teaching me? You've practiced presence within the chaos, finding quiet resolve amid the turbulence. Now, let us gently explore a deeper truth beneath this practice. Calm is not the absence of the storm, nor the escape from the noise. It is not the stillness of a pond when no wind stirs, but the very nature of the water itself, always capable of reflecting the sky even when waves rise. Conditions come and go like passing clouds. They are temporary, neutral events. Your natural state, however, is the calm awareness that holds them all. It is not something you must achieve by silencing the world. It is simply the ground from which you observe the world, always present, always unshaken by the changing conditions. Think of the ancient Zen story of the monk walking through a fierce storm. Rain poured, wind howled, branches snapped. His companion, trembling with fear, asked, "How can you walk so calmly?" The monk replied, "The storm is outside. My calm is inside." He did not deny the storm's power, nor did he fight it. He simply stood in the knowing that the storm could not touch the deep, quiet center within him. His calm was not a reaction to the storm's absence. It was his natural way of being, aware, yet untouched. The storm was the teacher, yes, but his calm was the unchanging presence that allowed him to receive that teaching without being swept away. The conditions, the wind, the rain, were not obstacles to his calm. They were simply the scene upon which his calm was revealed. So when you feel the calm seem absent, when the storm feels too loud, too overwhelming, pause. Do not search for calm in the absence of disturbance. Instead, gently ask yourself, where is my natural calm right now? It is not gone. It is not hidden behind the noise. It is the very awareness that knows the storm is happening, the awareness that feels the fear, yet remains separate from it. It is the space in which the storm arises and passes. This awareness is not a state you create. It is the unchanging reality of your mind, like the sky holding clouds without being clouded itself. When you notice the storm of your thoughts or emotions, you are not failing to be calm. You are simply remembering where calm always resides, the center of your being, beyond the conditions that come and go. This is the quiet wisdom of the natural mind. It is not about controlling the world or denying the storm. It is about recognizing that the storm is not your home. Your home is the calm awareness that observes the storm. This recognition dissolves the struggle. It frees you from the exhausting effort to make conditions fit your idea of calm. You stop fighting the wind and simply stand in the knowing that you are the stillness within the wind. And when you rest in this knowing, you begin to trust life's flow, not as something to manage, but as the natural expression of the calm mind itself. You trust because you have remembered your true nature. This is the path to moving through life not as a passenger on the storm, but as the calm sea upon which the storm rides. Imagine the rain falling on a window pane. You might label it as annoying because it delays your plans, or refreshing because it cools the air. This labeling, this judgment, is where suffering begins. The rain itself is simply energy moving through the world, neither good nor bad. It is the river flowing, the wind blowing, the sun rising, all neutral currents carrying life forward. Our minds, however, weave stories of good and bad around these currents, creating tension where none exists. This is the key shift we explore here. Conditions are neutral energy, and our suffering arises not from the condition itself, but from the judgment we place upon it. Consider the ancient Zen master, Ryokan. One winter, a thief broke into his hut and stole his only possessions. When the thief left, Ryokan found himself shivering in the cold. He wrapped his thin robe around himself and stepped outside. He saw the thief walking away in the moonlight, his bare feet leaving prints in the snow. Ryokan smiled and called out softly, "You have taken my only warmth, but I hope you find it useful on your journey." He did not see the thief as bad or the theft as wrong. He saw the condition, the cold, the absence of possessions, as simply what was present. There was no inner conflict, no grasping for a different outcome. His awareness remained calm, observing the event without the weight of judgment. The condition was the same for him as for the thief, yet Ryokan experienced it as neutral, a part of the flow, not a personal affront. His peace was not dependent on the condition changing, it was his natural state, observing the condition without distortion. This is the practice we invite you to try now. Find a quiet moment. Notice the condition around you, the sound of traffic outside, the feel of your chair, the temperature in the room. Do not name it good or bad. Do not think about what it should be. Simply allow it to be as it is, without adding your story. Feel the cool air on your skin. Hear the distant sound without labeling it noisy or peaceful. Feel the weight of your body on the chair without thinking, "This is uncomfortable." Notice the condition for 60 seconds. Let the judgment dissolve. Feel the subtle shift as the mind releases its grip on "should be." This is not about ignoring the condition, but about seeing it clearly, without the filter of preference. In that clear seeing, the suffering caused by judgment fades. You experience the condition directly, as pure energy, and within that direct experience, peace naturally arises. It is not the absence of the condition, but the presence of your calm awareness within it. When we stop naming conditions as good or bad, we step out of the cycle of craving what we like and resisting what we dislike. We stop fighting the river and begin to flow with it. We realize that calm is not a place we reach when conditions are perfect. It is the very ground of our awareness, always present, always observing the flow without needing to control it. This is the natural state revealed when we see conditions as neutral teachers. They are not obstacles to overcome, but the very medium through which we learn to abide in calm. With this neutrality, we trust the natural flow of life. Consider the stillness you discovered in the last chapter. The calm awareness that remains untouched by the wind and rain of life. This unchanging presence is now ready to meet the natural movement of life itself. We often forget that life is not meant to be held still. It flows like a river, constantly shifting, adapting, and renewing. When we resist this flow, when we clutch at a particular shape of things or fight against an inevitable change, we create a deep inner tension. This resistance is not the river fighting the rocks. It is the stone itself, rigid and separate, causing suffering through its very refusal to move. Suffering arises not from the change itself, but from our tight grip on how things should be. Release that grip, and ease flows in like water finding its path. Imagine a stone held tightly in your palm. You feel its hardness, its resistance to being moved. Now imagine opening your hand, letting the stone fall into the stream. The water flows around it, not fighting, not clinging, simply moving with the current. The stone remains, but the water's journey is uninterrupted. This is not about losing the stone or ignoring the current. It is about releasing the struggle. The river does not resist the stone, it simply flows. Our resistance is the stone we carry within us, causing us to stumble and strain against the natural rhythm. So, as you sit now in this quiet moment, gently ask yourself, what am I resisting right now? Is it a situation at work? A shift in a relationship? The changing seasons of your own life, or perhaps the quiet passage of time itself? Be simple with this question. Notice the subtle tension in your shoulders, the tightness in your chest, the mental loop of "it should be different." That tension is the signal. Now, turn inward and ask with kindness, what change am I resisting? What would release feel like? Not the absence of the change, but the softening of your inner resistance. Picture the sensation of that release, a deep sigh, a loosening of the jaw, a quiet acceptance that allows you to simply be present with what is, without the weight of no. It might feel like stepping off a heavy stone and feeling the lightness of the air around you. This gentle inquiry is not about forcing change or pretending everything is perfect. It is about recognizing the small, constant resistance we hold, moment by moment, and choosing to let it go. When you notice the resistance, simply breathe into it. Feel the breath move through the tightness. Say to yourself, "This is how it is right now. I don't need to fight it." This is not passivity, it is active trust. It is the quiet confidence that life, in its vast wisdom, is already moving you forward, even when you cannot see the path. The struggle was never the path. It was the obstacle blocking the path. As you release this resistance, a new quality emerges. It is not the absence of change, but the deep, quiet trust that change is natural, that the river flows, and you are part of that flow. You begin to trust not just the outcome, but the unfolding itself. This trust, born from releasing resistance, is the foundation for moving with life's natural rhythm, not against it. When resistance dissolves, the path becomes clear, and you find yourself flowing with the current, carried by the wisdom of the present moment. This is the ease that comes from trusting the flow. Life flows like a river, not a rigid path. It moves with the land, around obstacles, through seasons of calm and current. When we try to force its direction, to rush it or block it, we create ripples of struggle, not true progress. Our resistance generates the very suffering we seek to avoid. Trusting the natural flow means understanding that conditions are unfolding exactly as they must, moment by moment. It is not passive resignation. It is a deep, quiet, knowing that the current carries us forward, even when we cannot see the destination. The river does not argue with the rocks. It finds its way around them, shaping the landscape gently over time. We too are part of this vast, unfolding current. When we release the need to control every bend, every drop, we discover a profound ease. The old gardener in the Zen garden understood this. He tended his plants not by pulling them into shape, but by watering the soil, removing only what choked the natural growth, and simply waiting. One season, a sudden storm uprooted his prized plum tree. Instead of fighting the damage, he observed the broken roots, the displaced earth, and carefully replanted the tree where the storm had softened the ground. Weeks later, the tree, though scarred, began to bloom again, stronger in the new place. He never forced it. He trusted the soil, the rain, the quiet rhythm of growth, His calm acceptance allowed the natural process to continue, and the tree healed not despite the storm, but because he let it. This is the wisdom we cultivate. It is not about ignoring challenges, but about releasing the inner conflict that turns neutral events into battles. When we stop judging the river's path as wrong, we stop creating unnecessary suffering. We simply allow the water to move, trusting that it will find its course. Reflect on your own life. When have you been caught in the struggle of forcing a situation to fit your plan, only to feel more drained and frustrated? Now, consider a different moment. Perhaps a project shifted unexpectedly, or a relationship deepened in a way you hadn't anticipated. Maybe you let go of a need to control a difficult conversation, and the space that opened led to unexpected understanding. In that moment, did you notice how trust in the unfolding allowed something positive to emerge? Not because you pushed it, but because you stopped resisting. That gentle shift, that release of force, is the essence of trusting the flow. It dissolves the inner tension that clouds our perception and opens the door to life's natural wisdom. This trust allows us to let life unfold without force. Imagine the quiet space between breaths, where the constant hum of striving softens. We often carry an invisible weight, pushing against life's gentle current as if it were a river we must conquer. This effort, this tightness, is the root of our restlessness. True calm comes not from forcing the river to flow differently, but from trusting its natural course. Trusting doesn't mean standing still, it means moving with the water, not against it. Effortless action arises from this deep trust, not from the clenched fist of force. It is the quiet confidence of a seed knowing it belongs to the earth, needing only to rest and unfold. Consider a seed buried in rich soil. Does it worry about becoming a tree? Does it strain to stretch its roots or push its leaves toward the sun? No. It simply rests in the conditions given, drawing nourishment from the earth, the rain, the sun. It doesn't try to be a tree. It simply grows as a seed is meant to grow. Its unfolding is effortless because it trusts the very nature of its being. It doesn't resist the soil's pressure or the wind's touch. It meets each condition with quiet acceptance, allowing the process to complete itself. This is the wisdom of the seed, to be fully present within the moment, without demanding a different outcome. This is the path we are invited to walk. Where do we hold our breath, tightening our grip on how things should be? Where do we push against a conversation, a schedule, a feeling, as if forcing it to conform to our idea of rightness? Perhaps it is in the way we mentally rehearse a difficult talk, tightening our shoulders with anticipation. Or maybe it's the subtle resistance when a project doesn't move as quickly as we imagine. Our minds churning with shoulds instead of simply observing the present pace. The practice is simple. Pause. Feel the tightness. Then Gently release the push. Breathe into the condition as it is, not as you wish it to be. Trust the unfolding, even when the path isn't clear. Let the seed within you grow without the burden of trying. This release isn't passive, it is an active, quiet surrender to the natural rhythm of things. It is the deep ease that comes from knowing you are part of the flow, not separate from it. Reflect now, quietly, in this very moment. Where can you release the force you are exerting? Where can you soften the grip on the outcome, the timeline, the expectation? Let go of the need to control the next step and simply be present with what is unfolding. Feel the space that opens when you stop wrestling with the river. This gentle release, this trust in the natural unfolding, is the foundation of a calm mind. It is not about achieving a state, but about resting within the flow of being. This practice deepens when we bring this trust into the very moments that feel most chaotic, where the river runs strongest and the noise seems loudest. Consider the storm you fear most, the sudden downpour, the howling wind, the world seeming to tilt. Many believe calm means waiting for the storm to end, for the calm to arrive after the chaos passes. But true calm does not wait outside the storm. It is not the absence of wind and rain, but the presence within it. It is the deep stillness you find when you stop fighting the current and simply allow the river to flow through you. This is the essence of trusting the flow. The storm does not disappear because you surrender. Instead, you discover that the storm is not your enemy. It is merely water moving as water must. Your calm is not fragile. It is the bedrock beneath the rushing water. Recall a time when the world felt chaotic around you, perhaps a sudden loss, a difficult conversation, or a moment of unexpected crisis. Did you feel the storm raging? Yet within you, a quiet center remained. That center is your anchor. It is not something you create in calm times. It is already there, waiting to be remembered. In Zen tradition, a story is told of a monk sitting calmly in his hut during a violent typhoon. Rain lashed the roof. Trees bent violently. Yet the monk remained seated, reading his book. When asked why he wasn't afraid, he simply said, "I'm reading my book." The storm passed. He continued reading. His calm was not the absence of the storm, it was his entire being, undisturbed by the wind. The storm came, the storm went, but his calm remained. It was never lost. It was always present, simply obscured by the noise of the moment. This is the trust we cultivate. It is not passive resignation, but active presence within the turbulence. When the storm of life rises, the unexpected news, the sudden change, the deep uncertainty, your calm is not something you must find outside yourself. It is the ground you stand on, even as the world trembles. It is the breath you take when the air feels thick with worry. It is the simple awareness of the rain on your skin, the sound of a bird singing despite the wind. Your anchor might be as simple as the weight of your feet on the earth, the rhythm of your breath, or the quiet thought, "This too will pass." It is not about controlling the storm, but about knowing you are safe within it. Reflect now on your own experience. Can you recall a time when you felt this quiet center during a personal storm? What was your anchor then? Was it the sound of a loved one's voice, the feel of a familiar object in your hand, the steady beat of your own heart? What small thing held you steady when everything else felt uncertain? This memory is not just a past moment, it is a key to your present calm. It reminds you that you have always carried this stillness within you, even when you forgot it. This calm is not reserved for grand moments of crisis. It is the same peace that exists in the quiet space between two thoughts, in the warmth of a cup of tea, in the soft light of a morning. It is the peace that knows the storm will pass and your calm will remain. It is the peace that trusts the river's current without needing to control every ripple. This calm extends to finding peace in small moments. It is the understanding that stillness is not the absence of life's movement, but the very presence of life's flow. The river runs strong in the storm, and within that strength, we find our deepest peace. Life's path never runs straight. It twists and turns like a river finding its way through stone. We often stand on the bank, watching the current swirl and change, and feel a knot form in our chest. We want the water to flow smoothly, to stay exactly where we expect it. But life's currents shift without warning, carrying leaves, stones, and sometimes our own small boats. This constant change isn't a flaw, it's the very nature of being alive. Resisting the flow only tightens the knot, creating a quiet storm of anxiety inside us. The struggle to control the river, to force it into a shape it was never meant to hold, is the source of our unease. True peace comes not from stopping the river, but from learning to see its movement as part of the landscape. Consider the old Zen master walking beside the river. A young monk, worried about an upcoming journey, asked, "What if the path ahead is blocked? What if the bridge is gone?" The master simply pointed to the water. "Look at the river," he said. "It does not worry about the rocks ahead. It does not fight the bends. It flows, adapting, finding a way without resistance. The river's path is uncertain, yet it moves with a deep, quiet certainty. It meets each obstacle not with fear, but with the simple, inherent knowing of water." The monk saw his own anxiety then. He had been fighting the uncertainty of the path, imagining dangers that might not even come. The river taught him that the unknown isn't something to dread, but a space to move within. This is the gentle invitation. Welcome the unknown, not as a threat, but as a doorway. When you feel the familiar tightness of what if, pause, breathe, ask yourself softly, what uncertainty are you facing right now? Is it a conversation you fear, a decision you haven't made, or simply the quiet hum of not knowing what tomorrow holds? Instead of pushing it away with worry, try to meet it with the quiet curiosity of the river. What might this uncertainty hold? What small step can you take without needing the whole picture? Can you simply be present with the not knowing as the river is present with the current? It is not about having all the answers, but about resting in the question with an open heart. This gentle welcome is not passive. It is an active choice to release the need for control, to trust that even in the shifting flow, you are supported. It is the quiet courage of the river, moving without fear of the unseen bend. It transforms anxiety into a soft, warm presence. As you practice this, you begin to see that the very uncertainty you feared is not your enemy, but a part of life's rhythm. It is the space where growth happens, where new paths emerge. This gentle embrace reveals life's flow as a teacher, guiding you not by force, but by the simple, profound wisdom of moving with what is. Life unfolds in gentle rhythms we often overlook, like the soft turning of a leaf in the breeze. We move through days filled with small, quiet moments that shape our experience without demanding our attention. This chapter invites us to notice those subtle shifts, not as distractions, but as the very fabric of our present moment. When we pause to see how the light changes in the room, how a passing cloud alters the sky's hue, or how a brief interaction with a neighbor carries a different warmth, we begin to feel life's constant flow. These aren't grand events, but the quiet pulses beneath the surface of our days. They remind us that everything is in motion, and resistance to this flow only creates tension. Instead, we can simply observe, like a still pond reflecting the passing clouds. Consider a simple morning ritual, such as preparing tea. You might notice the steam rising in a different pattern today, perhaps curling left instead of right, because a gentle draft has shifted through the window. Or you might feel a subtle shift in your own mood as you step outside, perhaps a quiet calm replacing yesterday's slight restlessness. These are not accidents of the moment. They are the natural unfolding of conditions. The weather changes. The air feels different. The way someone speaks carries a new tone. Each one is a gentle whisper of life's impermanence, not a signal to grasp or resist. When we notice these shifts without judgment, we stop seeing life as a series of fixed points and start experiencing it as a continuous, flowing river. This is the practice we offer here. Gently notice one small shift each day for 3 days. It might be the way sunlight moves across your desk, the quiet shift in your own breathing after a short walk, or the softening in a friend's voice during a conversation. Simply observe, without labeling it good or bad. After 3 days, you may begin to see patterns emerging, not in a dramatic way, but softly, like ripples spreading outward. You might notice that mornings feel lighter after a rainy day, or that your patience deepens when you pause to watch the clouds. These patterns are not about controlling life, but about understanding it more deeply. They reveal that uncertainty is not an enemy, but the very ground on which we stand. This noticing is not about adding more to your day. It is about seeing what is already here with fresh eyes. It requires no effort, only a gentle turn of attention. As you track these small shifts, you are not searching for meaning, but allowing meaning to reveal itself through the quiet rhythm of your own awareness. The patterns you uncover are not rules for living, but quiet reminders that life is always moving, always changing, always offering a new way to be present. This unshakable presence we spoke of in the last chapter, the calm within chaos, deepens when we learn to notice life's gentle shifts. It becomes less about holding on and more about flowing with what is. The river does not resist the current, it simply moves with it, finding peace in its own movement. So, as you begin this simple practice of noticing, let your heart soften like the water in a still pond. Let the small shifts become your teacher, showing you that peace is not found by stopping the river, but by learning to swim within its current, in this gentle awareness. We discover that uncertainty is not a barrier to calm, but the very path to it. Noticing shifts deepens our ability to find peace. Life flows like a river, not a rigid path. We have practiced noticing its gentle shifts, the quiet movement beneath the surface, without grasping for control. Now, we invite a deeper acceptance, the quiet strength of letting be. This is not passivity, nor is it resignation. It is a profound release of the inner pressure to fix, to predict, to force the river into a shape it was never meant to hold. It is the active trust that the current, the flow of life itself, knows its own way, even when we cannot see the path ahead. Consider a single leaf floating on a stream. It does not struggle against the water's movement. It does not try to direct its journey. It simply is, carried by the current, turning, drifting, responding to each new bend and ripple. It finds its way not by resisting the water, but by fully embodying its relationship with it. The leaf does not worry about where it will land. It trusts the flow. This is the wisdom of letting be. It is the conscious choice to stop wrestling with the present moment, to stop insisting that things must be other than they are right now. It is the space we create when we loosen our grip on the need to control the outcome, to shape the wind, to hold the water still. This active trust allows the natural unfolding to reveal itself. It is not about doing nothing, it is about doing something different, releasing the burden of control and stepping into a wider awareness. When we stop fighting the river, we can see the landscape it reveals, the unexpected beauty in the current's path. It is in this releasing that we find unexpected clarity and ease. Reflect gently on your own life. When have you noticed that when you truly let go, stopped forcing a solution, stopped clinging to a specific outcome, something better, something more natural, unfolded? Perhaps it was a conversation where you stopped trying to win and simply listened, leading to a deeper connection. Maybe it was a project where you released the tight grip on every detail and trusted your team, resulting in a more creative and successful outcome. Or perhaps it was simply allowing yourself to feel a difficult emotion without trying to push it away, and discovering a sense of peace within it. These moments, where letting be led to a better outcome, are not accidents. They are the natural fruit of releasing the need to control and trusting the process. This wisdom is not reserved for grand events. It is found in the small moments, the quiet spaces between breaths. It is the gentle sigh of release when you notice a worry about tomorrow and choose to simply breathe into the now. It is the soft surrender when a plan shifts and you allow the new path to reveal itself without resistance. It is the calm that settles when you stop trying to fix the unfixable and simply be present with what is. This practice of letting be, of active trust in the unfolding, allows us to find peace in the very small moments, the ordinary rhythm of life itself. It is in these moments, released from the pressure to control, that we truly begin to live. Life moves in quiet rhythms we often miss when we strain to see the shape of what comes next. Notice how your breath flows without effort, how the light shifts through the window without demanding your attention. This is the natural pace of things, the rhythm we've been gently preparing to embrace. We've learned to observe the subtle shifts in daily life without judgment, to feel the quiet impermanence of each moment, and to release the inner pressure of trying to hold things steady. Now, let us consider life's unfolding not as something we must manage, but as something we can simply witness, like a flower opening to the sun. Imagine a lotus seed resting in the mud of a still pond. It does not force itself upward, does not fret about the height of the stem or the color of the bloom. It simply responds to the water, the warmth, the gentle pull of growth. The roots spread slowly, unseen, finding nourishment in the darkness. The stem rises without urgency, pushing through the surface when the time is right. The petals unfurl one by one, each movement quiet and unhurried, responding to the sun's touch and the wind's whisper. There is no struggle to be a perfect flower, no anxiety about whether it will bloom at all. It simply is, in its own time, in its own way. This is how life unfolds for us too. We do not need to rush the process or control the outcome. When we release the need to dictate how things should be, we allow space for growth to happen naturally. It is not passive waiting, It is active trust in the intelligence of life itself. Like the lotus, we are already moving toward our own unfolding, rooted in the present moment, reaching toward the light we need. The beauty is not in the final bloom, but in the quiet, steady unfolding of each small step. When you feel restless about a situation that seems to be taking too long, pause and ask yourself, what would it feel like to trust this moment as part of the process? Just as the flower trusts the water and the sun. How might your life be unfolding like a flower right now, even if you cannot yet see the full bloom? Perhaps you notice a new patience in your relationship, a quiet strength emerging in your work, or a gentle shift in how you respond to challenges. These are the petals opening in your own unique way. There is no need to compare your pace to others or to force the bloom to appear sooner. The flower does not rush its own unfolding, and neither must we. When we stop fighting the current of change, we find a deep calm in simply being present with the flow. This trust in life's natural rhythm is not about resignation. It is about deepening our connection to the quiet wisdom within. It is the quiet certainty that we are already being guided, that the path is unfolding as it should, even when we cannot see the shape of it. The flower does not question the sun, it simply opens. In this moment, as you breathe, as you sit, as you move through your day, you too are unfolding. There is no need to hurry. There is no need to force. Just as the lotus trusts the water, trust the quiet movement of your own life. This trust guides us to mindful listening to life's flow. Imagine the river flowing without haste or hesitation, carrying leaves and stones along its path. It does not resist the rocks, nor does it rush to reach the sea. It simply follows the land's gentle curve, hearing the wind in the reeds and the rain on its surface, yet never judging the water's current. This is the essence of mindful listening we explore now. It is not about hearing words or seeking meaning in sound, but about opening your whole being to life's natural rhythm as it moves through you. We often listen through the filter of our own thoughts, worrying about what comes next, comparing this sound to that, or labeling it as pleasant or disturbing. The traffic roar becomes an annoyance. The silence feels empty. The winds whisper a distraction. But in mindful listening, we let these sounds pass through us like clouds through the sky. We hear the wind through the leaves not as nature's music, but simply as wind. The steady hum of distant traffic, not as noise, but as the city's breath. And the quiet between sounds not as emptiness, but as the space where life breathes. Notice how your mind tends to pull away from the ordinary sounds of the day, the rustle of a passing breeze, the soft click of a door closing, the distant laughter of children. These are not interruptions to life's flow, they are life's flow itself. When you sit quietly, perhaps by a window or in a park, Let your attention rest on the sounds without needing to understand them. Hear the change in the wind's tone as it shifts from soft to strong. Feel how the traffic's rhythm changes with the hour. Notice the deepening silence after the rain stops, not as a void, but as a quiet that holds everything. This is not passive hearing, it is an active presence, a way of being fully here, not somewhere else. What does life's flow sound like right now? Is it the steady rhythm of your own breath? The gentle creak of a chair? The distant murmur of the world moving forward? Perhaps it is the quiet hum of your own thoughts, or the absence of sound that feels like peace. There is no right or wrong answer. Simply listen, without adding your story to the sound. Let the river of life flow through your awareness, carrying all sounds as they are, without needing to hold them or let them go. This practice is not about escaping the world's noise, but discovering the calm within it. When we stop fighting the sounds and simply hear them, we find that the noise was never the enemy. It was the path to stillness. The river flows, the wind moves, the world hums, and in that listening, we realize we are part of the same current. The frantic need to control or escape the sound dissolves, revealing a mind that is already quiet, even in the midst of motion. This listening reveals the quiet mind in noisy world. Life flows through sound, a constant rhythm of the world around us. Having trusted life's quiet flow, releasing the need to control every outcome, we now turn our attention inward to the very act of listening. In the midst of life's constant hum, we often mistake the noise for the reality, forgetting that the noise itself is external, a passing current. The quiet mind, however, is always within, a deep stillness available to us right now, not a distant goal. It is not about escaping the sound, but resting within the sound, like a lake that remains calm while rain falls upon its surface. This is the essence of mindful listening for the quiet mind in the noisy world. Imagine standing in a bustling market square. Vendors call out, carts rattle, children laugh, distant music plays. The external noise is undeniable, a wave of sound pressing in. Yet, if we simply notice the sound without grasping or pushing it away, something shifts. We begin to hear the space between the sounds, the subtle shift in the air before the next shout. And then, gently, we place our awareness on the natural rhythm of our own breath. Feel the cool air entering your nostrils, the gentle rise and fall of your chest. This breath is always present, a steady anchor in the shifting tide of external noise. It is not about stopping the market sounds, it is about recognizing that within the chaos, the quiet mind is already here, listening without judgment to the sound and the silence alike. The market continues, but your center remains undisturbed. This practice is simple, yet profound. It requires no special place, no silence to be found elsewhere. It begins with one breath, right where you are. As you step into your next noisy moment, perhaps a crowded bus, a busy kitchen, or a phone call with a loud background, let the breath be your gentle reminder. Notice the external sounds. Then soften your focus inward to the quiet pulse within. The noise does not vanish, but your relationship to it changes. You are no longer at the mercy of the sound. You are the calm space through which the sound flows. This is not a denial of the world, but a deepening of your presence within it. It is the quiet mind finding its natural place amidst the ordinary chaos of life. So, as you move through your day, consider this reflection. In your very next moment of noise, how can you find that quiet mind? Not by seeking silence elsewhere, but by turning your awareness to the breath, the steady rhythm within. What small shift in attention might allow you to hear the sound without being swept away? This is not about perfection, but about the simple, repeated return to your center. It is the practice of being fully here, listening to life's rhythm as it unfolds, without needing to change a single note. This quiet mind, this deep listening, transforms how we meet every condition. It is the quiet mind that allows us to see conditions not as obstacles, but as teachers, revealing the very nature of reality as it is, right now, in this moment of sound and stillness. This is the quiet mind in noisy world, a calm presence within the current of ordinary sound. We have learned to hear the flow without judgment, to rest within life's natural rhythm. Now, let us gently notice a subtle layer beneath the sound itself. Often, beneath the simple hearing of a bird's call or the hum of traffic, we carry a quiet narrative in our minds, a story of how things should be. We think the birds should sing differently, the traffic should be quieter, the day should unfold as we imagined. This story, this constant whisper of should, is not the sound itself, but a separate layer we add. It is the story that creates suffering, for it judges the present moment as incomplete, as wrong. When we hear the rain and think it should be sunny, we are not meeting the rain. We are meeting a story about the rain. We are creating a barrier between ourselves and reality. Imagine sitting with a cup of tea. The tea is hot. The cup is warm. The steam rises gently. In that moment, if you think this tea should be stronger, or I should be feeling more peaceful right now, you are adding a layer of judgment to the simple experience. The tea is what it is, the warmth, the aroma, the slight bitterness. The story of should creates a subtle tension, a feeling that something is missing, that life is not quite right. It pulls us away from the actual warmth in your hands, the scent in the air, the quiet moment available. Notice that feeling when the story arises. Feel the slight tightness in your chest when you think this shouldn't be happening. That tightness is the story itself, not the reality of the moment. It is the mind insisting on a different condition. So, take a gentle breath now. Bring your awareness to the present sound, the present feeling, the present condition. What should are you holding in this very moment? Is it a thought about how your day should have gone? How someone else should act? How the weather should be? Simply notice it without fighting it. See the should as just a thought, a passing cloud in the vast sky of your awareness. It does not need to be true. It does not need to be held. There is no need to fix the moment with your idea of how it should be. The moment is already whole, already as it is. The rain is falling, the tea is warm, the traffic hums. Accepting this, releasing the story, is not resignation. It is the profound relief of meeting life exactly as it presents itself. It is the deep calm that comes when we stop arguing with reality. So, let this be your quiet practice. In the next moment, when the thought it should be different arises, simply say to yourself, "Ah!" There is the story. Then, gently release it. Feel the space open. Feel the tightness ease. Feel the sound of the wind in the trees, the gentle rhythm of your breath, the simple presence of being here, now, without the story. Releasing the story of how it should be is the key that unlocks the peace already present within the small moments of ordinary life. This is the quiet mind, not separate from the noise, but resting within it, fully awake to the reality that is always here. Listen to the rain on the roof. Hear how each drop arrives and vanishes, leaving only the memory of sound in the quiet that follows. This is life's rhythm, not a distraction to be ignored, but the very ground of our presence. Today we turn to impermanence, not as a shadow of loss, but as the vibrant pulse of existence itself. Impermanence isn't the absence of what was, it's the beauty of life's constant renewal. A single raindrop creates a ripple, and the ripple becomes part of the water's flow. Never the same, always new. We often cling to how things should be, forgetting that the very air we breathe shifts with every breath we take. But when we stop resisting the natural change, when we simply appreciate the condition as it is, this rain, this quiet, this moment of warmth in the cup, then the tension dissolves. It is not about holding on, it is about opening to the flow. Consider the ancient Zen story of the master and the cracked cup. A student brought his favorite cup, chipped and worn, to the master, worried it was now useless. The master took it, filled it with water, and said, "This cup is perfect as it is." The crack is part of its story, its history, its unique shape. Now it holds water just as well. The student thought the cup was flawed. The master saw its beauty in its present condition, knowing the cup would always be changing, yet always holding. The crack was not a flaw to be fixed. It was part of the cup's truth, its impermanent form. This is the wisdom to see the cup, the rain, the steam rising from your tea, not as temporary things to be preserved, but as expressions of life's constant, gentle turning. So today, pause for a moment. What impermanent condition are you appreciating? Not the thing itself, but the simple fact of its being here now, exactly as it is. Perhaps it is the warmth of sunlight on your skin as the season shifts, the laughter of a child that fades into the afternoon, the way your coffee cools and releases its scent in the air. Notice it without the need to hold it still. Feel the peace that comes when you release the quiet demand that it should stay. This is the practice, to meet each moment with gratitude for its presence, knowing it will change, and that change is not an ending, but a return to the flow. When you truly see the raindrop's brief arrival and departure, you see the whole river. You see that life's beauty is not in permanence, but in the endless, gentle unfolding. This appreciation is not a distant ideal. It is the quiet shift that happens when you turn your ear to the sound of your own breath, or the rustle of leaves, and simply listen without adding a story. It is how calm mind becomes not a state to be achieved, but the natural way of being in the midst of all change. As you continue through your day, let this awareness guide you. Notice the impermanent condition you're appreciating now, and let that single moment of gratitude become the seed for the calm that flows through every action, every breath, every ordinary, changing day. This is how calm becomes your daily rhythm, not a separate place, but the very sound of life itself. When the world feels unmoored, when the storm of circumstance swirls around you, the instinct is often to flee, to seek a quiet corner, to quiet the noise within and without. But true calm does not come from escaping the storm. It arises only when we stand fully within it, rain or wind or chaos, without turning away. Presence in chaos means being fully here, not escaping it. It is not about making the storm stop, but about meeting it with an open heart, exactly as it is. Chaos is not your enemy, it is the very ground where your practice takes root, the teacher showing you the shape of your own mind. The monk in the rain-soaked hut does not wait for the storm to pass before finding peace. He simply sits, feels the cold dampness, hears the drumming on the roof, and breathes. He does not seek calm. He meets the rain with his whole being. That is the simplicity of it. There is no need to fix it, to judge it, to push it away. The rain falls, the wind howls, and you are here. The chaos becomes the practice, not the obstacle. This is the gentle revolution of presence, not resisting the moment, but meeting it with the quiet strength of being fully awake within it. You do not need to become calm. You simply need to be present with the storm as it is. When the phone rings with urgent news, when the traffic jams you in frustration, when the unexpected happens, pause. Notice the tightness in your shoulders, the quickening of your breath, the urge to react or flee. Then, gently, return to the simple fact of your body here, your breath moving in and out. Feel the floor beneath your feet. Hear the sound of your own breathing. This is not denial. It is an act of profound courage. It is choosing to meet life exactly as it presents itself, without adding the burden of should. In that moment of meeting the storm, without the need to fix it, the frantic energy begins to soften. The rain on the roof, the noise of the city, the tension in your chest, these are not distractions from peace. They are the very texture of peace being practiced. You are not separate from the chaos. You are part of its flow. The reflection is simple. In your next moment of disruption, when the world feels loud and unstable, what if you did not try to quiet it first? What if you simply noticed the chaos with a gentle breath and met it exactly as it is? How can you be fully present in your next chaotic moment? Not to fix it, not to escape it, but to simply be here with it as it unfolds. This is the practice that transforms chaos from a threat into a path. It reveals that calm is not something you find outside the storm. It is the natural stillness within, waiting to be recognized, not created. In that moment of meeting the storm without resistance, the natural calm within reveals itself, not as a separate state, but as the very ground of your being, now and always. This presence reveals the natural calm within. In the midst of life's swirling currents, where chaos often feels like a storm raging around us, we discover a different kind of strength. It is not found in trying to stop the wind, but in learning to stand gently within it. This is the essence of CH09SCO2. Peace does not reside in grand gestures or distant calm, but in the quiet, ordinary moments that unfold right here, right now. It is the simple act of feeling the warmth of a cup of tea in your hands, the soft rhythm of your own breath as you pause for a single second, or the unspoken kindness of a shared smile between strangers on a busy street. These are not distractions from the chaos. They are the very ground upon which we find our steady center. Consider the ancient practice of the tea ceremony, a profound expression of Zen mindfulness. In its simplicity, it reveals everything. The host does not seek perfection in the grand gesture of pouring the tea. They find the sacred in the focused attention given to each small motion. They notice the steam rising in delicate spirals, the sound of water meeting the leaves, the slight warmth of the cup as it is placed before the guest. There is no thought of the next task, the next worry, Only this moment, this cup, this breath. The peace is not in the absence of noise, but in the deep, quiet awareness that fills the space between the sound of the kettle and the first sip. It is in the noticing itself, the gentle return to the present, that the mind settles, that the heart finds its natural stillness. This is not escapism. It is a profound engagement with life as it truly is, moment by moment. So, take a gentle pause now. Close your eyes for just a breath. Where did you find peace today in a small moment? Perhaps it was the way sunlight fell across your morning coffee, the sound of birdsong outside your window as you took a moment to breathe deeply, the simple comfort of a cool breeze on your skin as you stepped outside, or the quiet understanding in a friend's eyes when you spoke. It might have been fleeting, almost unnoticed, yet it was real. That moment of quiet connection, that tiny spark of calm within the ordinary, is where resilience is quietly built. It is not the absence of disturbance, but the recognition of peace even within the disturbance, that allows us to move through the storm with less resistance. This quiet practice of noticing small peace, these tiny anchors of awareness, is the foundation of daily resilience. It is not about waiting for the calm to arrive, but about discovering the calm that is always present, waiting to be noticed in the simplest of things. As you move through your day, carry this gentle awareness. Notice the warmth of your feet on the floor, the sound of your own steady breath, the quiet moment of connection in a shared glance. These are not insignificant. They are the very fabric of a calm mind, woven day by day, moment by moment. Finding peace in small moments builds daily resilience. Imagine the surface of a still pond on a quiet morning. The water holds the reflection of the sky, clear and undisturbed. Now picture a sudden breeze stirring the surface, creating ripples and waves. The sky's reflection seems lost, obscured by the movement. Yet, beneath the ripples, the water itself remains fundamentally still. The calm isn't destroyed, it's simply hidden by the disturbance. This is the essence of natural calm, our innate state. It is not something we must build or chase. Conditions, noise, conflict, urgency, even our own frantic thoughts do not destroy this calm. They merely cover it, like dust settling on a mirror. Our task is not to force calm into being, but to gently remove the layers obscuring what is already there. Consider the moment you felt truly at peace without trying. Perhaps it was walking barefoot on cool grass in the early morning, the air smelling of earth and dew, or watching a child laugh with pure, uncomplicated joy. Maybe it was the deep, quiet stillness after a gentle rain, the world washed clean. In those moments, calm didn't arrive, It simply revealed itself because the usual distractions had softened or paused. You weren't creating peace. You were simply noticing the peace that was always present, waiting beneath the surface of your ordinary experience. This is not a special state reserved for mountaintops or meditation cushions. It is the ground beneath our feet, the water beneath the ripples, always available. In Zen practice, we don't seek to manufacture calm. We learn to recognize the obscuring layers, the grasping for control, the resistance to what is, the constant chatter of the mind, and gently set them down. It is like clearing away the leaves from a pond so the clear water beneath can be seen. When the storm of a difficult conversation rages, when deadlines pile up, when the world feels chaotic, the calm you seek isn't out there. It is within, obscured but unbroken. You don't need to add anything. You simply need to stop adding the layers of resistance, the frantic effort to make things different. Breathe. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Notice the simple fact of your breath moving in and out. The calm is already here, waiting for the surface to settle. Reflect quietly on this. When did calm feel most natural to you? Was it in a moment of simple connection, like sharing silence with a loved one, or perhaps in the quiet focus of a familiar task, like tending to a single plant? That feeling wasn't manufactured. It was a moment when the obscuring layers of worry or distraction momentarily lifted, revealing the natural calm beneath. It was a reminder of your true nature, not something you achieved. This insight is not theoretical. It is a gentle reminder we carry within us, available in every single moment, even when the surface is stirred. This understanding the profound simplicity that calm is your natural state, not a destination to reach, guides us beyond the moment of stillness. It moves us from seeking peace in the absence of disturbance to finding it within the very texture of life, even amidst the noise. It allows us to integrate calm not as an occasional visitor, but as the steady, quiet presence we carry through every ordinary, every challenging moment. We begin to see that the calm we seek is not separate from the chaos we face. It is the clear water beneath the ripples, always present, always available, simply waiting for the surface to settle. This is the natural calm we carry within. Life often feels like a storm of demands, notifications, and sudden shifts. The kitchen counter overflows with dishes, a project deadline looms, and a voice on the phone interrupts your focus. In that very moment, the quiet mind is not a place away from the noise, but a clear space within it. It is not the absence of sound, but the clarity that remains when the sound is present. This is the essence of presence in chaos. Remember the story of the monk in the bustling market. A merchant rushed past, knocking into him, spilling his carefully carried tea. The monk did not flinch, did not react with irritation. He simply placed his cup down, steadied himself, and said gently, "The tea is spilled, but the cup is still here." He noticed the spill, the rush, the heat of the moment, but did not become the spill or the rush. His mind remained steady, like the cup itself. He observed the chaos without letting it pour into his inner stillness. That is the practice. Not to stop the noise, but to notice the thoughts about the noise without becoming tangled in their current. See the thought, "This is too much," arise, feel its pull, and let it pass like a cloud across the sky, without chasing it or fighting it. The noise remains, but the mind is not its echo. This quiet mind is not a special state reserved for meditation cushions. It is the natural clarity that emerges when we stop trying to control the storm and simply stand steady within it. It is remembering that calm is already here, beneath the surface disturbance, like the deep water beneath a churning wave. When the phone rings with urgent news, when the traffic snarls, when the to-do list grows overwhelming, the quiet mind is the gentle awareness that says, "This is happening now. I am here. I can meet it." It is the simple act of noticing the breath, the weight of your feet on the floor, the sound of your own voice speaking calmly, even as the world seems to speed up. It is not ignoring the chaos. It is meeting it with a mind that is not broken by it. So, take a moment now, as you move through your own day. When the next moment of disruption arrives, perhaps a sudden request or a feeling of being overwhelmed, pause for just one breath. Notice the thought that arises. "This is too much," or "I can't handle this." Acknowledge it without judgment, like noticing a passing bird. Then, gently return to the simple feeling of being present in this very moment. Right here, right now. How can you cultivate this quiet mind during your next chaotic task? Not by making the chaos stop, but by allowing the clarity to be the ground beneath your feet, no matter what is swirling above. With this integration, we complete the cycle of calm. Life's flow is not something to be controlled or resisted, but rather a current we learn to move within. You've already touched the truth that calm is your natural state, like the stillness beneath a gentle ripple. Now, we deepen this understanding by learning to listen to that flow itself. Mindful listening is not about hearing words clearly. It is about hearing without becoming entangled. It is the quiet space where the wind in the leaves, the rhythm of your own breath, or the words of a friend are simply heard, without the need to judge, fix, or hold on to them. This is how calm sustains itself, not by forcing stillness, but by resting within the natural movement of life. Consider the old story of the monk sitting beneath the bamboo grove. The wind would rise, whispering through the leaves, creating a sound like rustling silk. Some visitors might have been distracted by the noise, seeking silence. But the monk sat quietly, listening to the wind's song as part of the bamboo's own nature. He did not chase the sound away, nor cling to it. He simply heard it as the wind does, without separation, without the thought of me listening to wind. The sound flowed through him, and he flowed with it, remaining undisturbed. This is the essence of mindful listening. The wind is not a disturbance. It is the very expression of life's movement, and the listener is not separate from it. Your breath is like that wind, always moving, always present, never needing to be fixed, only noticed. So how might you practice this today? It begins not with grand gestures, but with small, ordinary moments. When you wait for your coffee to brew, feel the warmth of the cup in your hands and notice the quiet hum of the machine without thinking about what comes next. When walking to your car, hear the sound of your own steps, the distant traffic, the birds in the trees, not as background noise, but as the living texture of the moment. In a conversation, truly hear the words without immediately preparing your reply. Let the speaker's voice fill the space, and let your own thoughts gently step aside. There is no need to listen perfectly. Simply allow the sound to be heard, without adding the weight of "I must understand" or "I must respond." This is not about concentration, it is about presence. A gentle turning of the ear inward and outward at once. Reflect now. What small moment will you choose to listen to fully today? Perhaps it is the silence between the raindrops on the window, the sigh of a loved one, or even the quiet rhythm of your own breath as you sit. Let this moment be your anchor, not because it is special, but because it is already happening, right here, right now. Notice how simply hearing without distraction brings a quiet ease, a softening of the mind. You are not chasing calm, you are simply allowing the flow to be heard as it is. This practice is not about adding something new to your day. It is about removing the layers of distraction that hide the calm already within you. Each time you listen without grasping, you strengthen the thread that connects you to life's natural rhythm. This practice ensures calm becomes a natural part of life. It is not a state you achieve after silence, but the very way you move through the world, finding stillness in the sound of the river, not apart from it. As you step into your day, remember the bamboo grove and the monk. The wind is always there. The breath is always here, and the calm is already flowing through you. You need only open your ear to hear it. Life unfolds not in the moments we resist, but in the quiet space where we simply allow it to be. You may notice the tension in your shoulders as you sit with a task that feels heavy, or the frustration when the coffee spills just as you reach for it. In these ordinary instants, the old habit arises to push, to wish it were different, to add the weight of should be. But true calm doesn't come from forcing the spill to vanish or the task to lighten. It comes from a gentle turning of attention towards the reality of this very moment, exactly as it presents itself. Acceptance is not a surrender of will, nor a nod of approval to hardship. It is the quiet, clear-eyed acknowledgement that this is what is happening now. It is seeing the spilled coffee, the heavy task, the rising worry, without immediately adding the story of "this shouldn't be here" or "I shouldn't feel this way." This simple act of seeing what is, without the immediate overlay of resistance, is the key that unlocks peace. It dissolves the suffering that comes from the struggle against reality itself. Consider the ancient practice of washing a single bowl. A monk, centuries ago, might have washed a bowl with complete attention, feeling the water's coolness, the texture of the soap, the sound of the water hitting the basin. If the bowl was chipped, he did not look away or sigh with disappointment. He saw the chip, acknowledged it as part of the bowl's history and its current state, and continued the washing with the same care. The chip was not the bowl's fault, nor was it the monk's burden to fix it in that moment. His acceptance of the chip allowed his attention to remain fully present with the water, the movement of his hands, the simple act of cleaning. He was not distracted by an imagined perfect bowl, nor was he weighed down by the reality of the chip. He simply was with the bowl as it was. This is the essence of accepting what is now. It is not passive resignation, it is active, clear perception that frees the mind from the exhausting effort of fighting what simply is. So, as you sit here now, take a slow breath. What condition are you accepting right now? Is it the sound of traffic outside? The slight ache in your knee? The unfinished email on your screen? Or perhaps the quiet loneliness that has settled in? Don't judge yourself for noticing it. Don't try to push it away. Simply name it softly within your awareness. This is the traffic. This is the ache. This is the email. This is the loneliness. Acknowledge it without adding, "I hate this," or "it should be different." Feel the difference when you stop fighting the feeling of the ache and simply feel the ache itself. Feel the difference when you stop trying to make the email disappear and simply see the words on the screen. This moment of simple acknowledgement, this tiny space of "it is what it is where the current of suffering begins to still. It is the foundation where peace, quiet and unshakable, can begin to grow. This quiet awareness, this practice of accepting the present moment exactly as it is not about changing the world or your circumstances. It is about changing your relationship to them. When you stop adding the weight of fixing or fixing it to the reality before you, you free yourself to see the small moments of peace that are already present. The warmth of the sun on your skin, the rhythm of your breath, the quiet hum of the refrigerator. These are not distractions from the problem. They are the very ground of peace. Acceptance is the bridge that leads you not away from life's conditions, but deeply into the heart of them, where calm is found not in the absence of difficulty, but in the clear, unhurried presence within it. And in that presence, you begin to find peace not in grand gestures, but in the ordinary, unfolding now. Acceptance leads to finding peace in small moments daily. Imagine the morning rush hour traffic, the phone ringing insistently, the inbox piling up with urgent messages. Chaos isn't something to flee from. It is the very ground upon which we practice. Calm in the midst of this isn't found by escaping the noise, but by learning to listen to the flow of life without judgment or the urge to fix everything immediately. It arises not from the absence of disturbance, but from the quiet practice of returning to the present moment again and again. This gentle practice, this steady return, is the foundation of a calm mind in daily life. Consider the simple act of making tea on a busy morning. The kettle whistles, the coffee machine gurgles, the email notification chimes. Instead of feeling pulled into the frantic energy, you pause for just one breath. You feel the warmth of the mug in your hands, hear the gentle hiss of the steam, notice the scent rising. This single breath, this small anchor of sensation, pulls you back from the swirling thoughts of deadlines and demands. It is not about stopping the chaos, but about stepping into the calm that exists within it, right here, right now. The monk in the storm didn't seek shelter from the rain. He sat beneath the tree, feeling the raindrops, hearing the wind, and remained still. His calm wasn't in the absence of the storm, but in his unwavering presence within it. Your small anchor, your breath, the sound of rain, the feel of the chair beneath you. The taste of your first sip of tea is your tree in the storm. This is the daily practice. It is not about grand, dramatic moments of peace, but about countless tiny returns. When the child cries, the meeting runs long, the traffic jam stretches. You don't need to wait for a quiet room. You simply notice the breath that is already there, the sound of your own voice as you speak calmly, the sensation of your feet on the floor. You choose one small anchor, however fleeting, and gently return to it. It is the practice of noticing the present moment, not as a problem to solve, but as a reality to be met with open awareness. This is how calm becomes a steady presence, not a rare escape. It is the practice of allowing life to be as it is, without adding the heavy burden of resistance or the need to change it right now. So, as you move through your day today, pause for just a moment. What small anchor will you choose during the next wave of chaos? Will it be the rhythm of your breath as you sit at your desk? The sound of birds outside your window during a phone call? The simple act of feeling your feet on the ground while waiting for the elevator? Choose one anchor that is naturally present, available right now, and let it be your gentle guide back to calm. Don't try to force it or make it grand. Simply notice it, return to it, and let it anchor you in the midst of the flow. This small choice, repeated again and again, is the quiet revolution that transforms the conditions of your life into the very ground of your peace. Today, practice accepting the present moment as it is, without adding the weight of fixing it. Life flows like a river, never stopping, never arriving at a fixed point. You've learned to anchor in the present moment, finding peace in its simple reality. Now, see that this anchoring isn't about holding still, but about moving with the current. Life is not a path leading to a single destination, but a continuous flow, each moment merging into the next, without endpoint or pause. Trust the journey itself, not the imagined finish line. The destination is always now, in the space between breaths, in the quiet of the present. This is the heart of flowing without forcing. Consider the river itself. It does not rush to reach the sea with frantic effort. It simply moves, carrying leaves, stones, and the weight of rain, adapting to rocks and bends without resistance. It flows because it is the river. It does not struggle against the slope or the current. It simply is. This is the wisdom of the river. A monk once watched a river during a storm. The water surged, branches tumbled, yet the river continued its path. He asked a fellow traveler why the water seemed calm. The traveler replied, "The river does not fight the storm. It moves with it." The river's calm was not the absence of movement, but the presence of acceptance. It trusted the flow, not the force of its own will. This is how we flow with life. When you wait for the bus and feel the tension rise, notice where you're holding tight. Is your mind already at the destination? Impatient for the arrival? Let go of that grip. Breathe. Feel the weight of your feet on the pavement. Hear the sound of the wind. The bus will come when it comes. Your calm does not depend on the bus's arrival. It arises from the simple act of being here, now. When you sit with a cup of tea, let the warmth fill your hands without thinking about the next task. When a conversation feels heavy, soften your shoulders and listen without planning your reply. Life's flow is not a problem to solve, but a current to move within. It asks for no more than your gentle presence, not your frantic effort. Reflect on this today. Where in your day might you be forcing a moment to fit your plan? Perhaps it's a difficult email, a crowded commute, or a quiet moment meant for rest. Notice the subtle tension in your jaw, the quickening of your breath. Then, release it. Breathe. Return to the simple act of walking, of seeing, of hearing. You do not need to control the river, you only need to flow within it. The question is not, how can I make this moment better? but how can I be here with this moment as it is? Let go of the need to shape the flow. Trust that the river carries you, just as it always has. With this understanding, calm becomes your natural state. It is not something you chase or earn through effort. It is the quiet hum of presence when you stop fighting the current. It is the peace that arises not from a fixed point, but from the simple, steady act of moving forward, exactly as you are. You are not trying to reach calm. You are simply flowing within it. This is the gentle truth. Calm is not a place to arrive at, but the very ground beneath your feet as you move through life. So let the river carry you, and find your rest in the flow itself.